Welcome to the Agoura Hills City Council meeting. Please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. If you wish to speak or submit a written comment, please complete a comment card for each item. Submit it to the city clerk prior to the public comment portion of the item. I will now call this meeting to order. Do we need to do a Pledge of Allegiance? For Pledge of Allegiance, I refer to Councilmember Anstead. Benjamin and Talia were cuter doing it. I will now defer to City Clerk for roll call.
Good evening. Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Anstead.
Present.
Councilmember Sylvester.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Klein Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Wolf.
Here.
Mayor Wolf, you have a quorum.
Now moving to the approval of the agenda. Will the maker of the motion and the second to approve the agenda state your names? I'll now defer to City Clerk for a roll call vote.
Well, we have to make a motion first.
Councilmember Anderson moves to approve the agenda.
Councilmember Sylvester seconds.
My first mistake, that was quick. I now defer to the City Clerk.
Councilmember Anderson.
Aye.
Councilmember Anstead.
Aye.
Councilmember Sylvester.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Klein Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Wolf.
Aye.
Mayor Wolf, you have approval 5-0.
Thank you. There are no presentations this evening. Now moving on to Intergovernmental Special Purpose Committee and departmental reports. Is there a report tonight from Mayor Pro Tem Klein Lopez on the Clean Power Alliance?
Yes, we had our monthly board meeting last week, and two important things to note. The first one is great news. We've extended the contract of our CEO, Ted Bardicke, to the end of the decade. So that's fantastic news. The other big piece that we talked about and voted upon was an interim rate adjustment. We set rates once a year in the summer for the year. We always have a rate that is lower than, we try, but we usually succeed in having a rate that is at least one of our tiers lower than Edison to give people options if affordability is, the biggest goal for their energy bill. There's a lot of volatility, as you can imagine, in the energy market, and there's some increases coming in 2026 that would put our competitiveness out of whack. And so our board actually voted to lower our rates. We're doing an interim rate adjustment so that we remain competitive with Edison. It means that we're using a little bit of our reserves, or a little less towards our reserves. But again, we want to make sure that people have stability in their electric bills, they don't have whiplash, and again, we always want to be competitive with Edison. Affordability is key. So this was a unanimous vote by the board, and just really happy that we're now an organization that is big enough and stable enough that we have a position where we are able to make those interim adjustments to keep rates stable and low. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any reports from staff? Seeing or hearing none. Are there any reports from the City Council?
Yes, I would just like to make a quick report. The Board of Forestry Zone Zero Committee met this week, and we were really happy. They have pushed back any finalized regulations into next year. They were supposed to come up with regulations by December. Now they're not going to meet again until March, which I think is a very good sign for all of us who are trying to get local control. And I will report back on that in March.
Thank you. Are there any other reports from City Council? Seeing or hearing none. Now moving on to the public comment portion. This section is reserved for persons wishing to speak on items not listed on the agenda that are under the subject matter jurisdiction of the City Council. If you have something to distribute to the City Council, please do not approach the dais. Hand your item to the City Clerk and she will distribute to us on your behalf. Public testimony is limited to 3 minutes per speaker, and a speaker's time may not be transferred to another speaker. Persons addressing the City Council shall not engage in disorderly conduct that disrupts or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. I will now defer to the City Clerk.
Thank you. We did not receive any written correspondence, nor do we have any speaker cards.
Thank you. Going on. Council consent calendar. This section is reserved for persons wishing to speak on items on the consent calendar. I will now defer to the city clerk.
Thank you. We did receive one written public comment on item number 13 that was distributed to the council in advance of the meeting and will be part of the record. We do not have any speaker cards.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the city council on the consent calendar? Seeing or hearing none?
Pardon me, Mayor. I forgot to say that that was from Mary Weisbrock with Save Open Space.
Thank you. So, seeing that there's no questions from city council on the consent calendar, I will now call for a motion and a second to adopt the consent calendar. Will the maker of the motion and the second state your name?
I'll make a motion to approve consent. Deborah Klein Lopez.
City Councilman Chris Anstead seconds.
I will now defer to the city clerk for roll call.
Councilmember Anderson.
Aye.
Councilmember Anstead.
Aye.
Councilmember Sylvester.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Klein Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Wolf.
Aye.
Mayor Wolf, you have approval, 5-0.
Thank you. Moving on to council and staff comments. Are there any comments from staff? Seeing or hearing none, are there any comments from the city council?
I would just like to reiterate, thank you for the wonderful financial certificates that we got this week. Well done.
That's very kind of you. Thank you, Council.
Mayor Pro Tem Deborah Klein Lopez?
I just want to welcome you again as mayor, and knowing that we do not have a second meeting in December, I want to make sure we can wish everyone happy holidays.
I do have one comment. I saw that we broke ground on the playground, and I want to thank Amy for kind of leading that effort. And I hope to see it completed as soon as possible. That's awesome. Yeah.
Interested? No? I want to take a moment to congratulate the staff on the successful holiday on the Hill. I attended on Saturday, and I didn't realize it was such a detailed family event. There was a line like a block long for people waiting for Santa, and everyone was having a really wonderful time, so congratulations on a great event. I also want to thank Kimberly and Michelle and Ramiro and Nate and Amy and every staff member for helping put on tonight. I know it's a lot of work, a lot of coordination, and it really means a lot. So thank you for your work on that, and thank you to the council. I will learn quickly. I've done this before on the planning commission, but I'm sure I will make some mistakes in the beginning. So just ask for your patience and look forward to working with you all. So the regular city council meeting of December 24th has been canceled. The next regular city council meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. on January 14th in the council chambers of the Civic Center located at 30001 Ladyface Court in the beautiful city of Agoura Hills, California. The meeting is now adjourned.